The National Electrical Code, or NEC, does apply to mobile homes, including those manufactured in 2006. Mobile homes are considered industrialized buildings, and the NEC contains specific requirements for their electrical systems as outlined in Article 550. The violations observed, such as the lack of arc fault circuit interrupters and a single circuit for kitchen small appliances, are significant and raise concerns about the safety of the electrical system in the mobile home. Arc fault circuit interrupters, RFCs, are required for bedroom circuits and kitchen counter outlets to provide additional protection against electrical fires caused by arcing faults. The NEC requires at least two 20-amp circuits for small appliances in the kitchen. This is to prevent overloading and fire hazards. Manufacturers of mobile homes are responsible for ensuring that their products comply with the NEC. Failure to do so can result in safety hazards and potential liability. The agency responsible for enforcing the NEC is the Georgia Safety Fire Commissioner's Office. You can report the NEC violations you observe to the Georgia Safety Fire Commissioner's Office by visiting their website or calling them. Now let's discuss these violations in more detail. Firstly, we'll address the arc fault circuit interrupters. Arc fault circuit interrupters are a critical safety component in modern electrical systems. They are designed to detect dangerous electrical arcs, which can be a major cause of fires. An electrical arc is a discharge of electricity between two or more conductors. This can happen when insulation is damaged, wires are loose, or there's corrosion. Arcing creates heat, which can ignite nearby flammable materials. Standard circuit breakers are designed to protect against overloads and short circuits. Overloads occur when too much current flows through a circuit, and short circuits happen when there's a direct low-resistance connection between two conductors. However, standard circuit breakers may not detect arcing faults because the current may not be high enough to trip the breaker. Arc fault circuit interrupters are more sensitive and can detect these smaller, more dangerous arcs. The NEC mandates the use of appliances in specific areas to enhance safety. These areas typically include bedrooms, family rooms, living rooms, dining rooms, and kitchens. The requirement for appliances in bedrooms is particularly important because people are often asleep and less likely to notice a fire. In kitchens, appliances are required to protect countertop outlets, where appliances are commonly used. There are two main types of appliances: branch or combination appliance and outlet branch circuit appliance. Branch or combination appliance provide protection for the entire branch circuit from the panel to the outlets. Outlet branch circuit appliance or OBC appliance are installed at the first outlet in the circuit and protect the rest of the circuit downstream. When an appliance detects an arcing fault, it quickly shuts off the circuit, preventing a fire from starting. This fast response is crucial in minimizing the risk of electrical fires. The installation of appliance is straightforward, similar to installing a standard circuit breaker or outlet. However, it's essential to follow the manufacturer's instructions and local electrical codes. If there's any doubt, it's always best to hire a qualified electrician to ensure proper installation. Proper testing of appliance is also important. Most appliances have a test button that simulates an arcing fault. Pressing this button should trip the appliance, indicating that it's working correctly. Regular testing helps ensure that the appliance will function as intended in the event of an actual arcing fault. Next, let's consider the requirements for kitchen small appliance circuits. The NEC has specific requirements for kitchen circuits to ensure that there's adequate power for the various appliances commonly used in kitchens. The requirement for at least two 20-amp small appliance branch circuits is intended to prevent overloading. Kitchen appliances like toasters, blenders, coffee makers, and microwaves can draw a significant amount of power. If all these appliances are plugged into a single circuit, it can easily become overloaded. An overloaded circuit can cause the circuit breaker to trip frequently, which is inconvenient. More importantly, it can create a fire hazard. Overloaded wires can overheat, melting the insulation and potentially starting a fire. By requiring at least two 20-amp circuits, the NEC helps distribute the load and reduce the risk of overloading. These circuits should serve only the countertop outlets in the kitchen and should not be used for lighting or other appliances. This ensures that the circuits are dedicated to the appliances that need them most. A 20 amp rating is also important. A 20 amp circuit can handle more power than a standard 15 amp circuit. This allows for the use of higher wattage appliances without overloading the circuit. The wiring for these circuits must also be appropriately sized. The NEC specifies the minimum wire gauge for different circuit ratings. For a 20 amp circuit, 12 gauge wire is typically required. This ensures that the wires can safely carry the current without overheating. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are also required for kitchen countertop outlets. GFCIs protect against electrical shock by detecting ground faults. A ground fault occurs when current leaks from a circuit to ground. This can happen if an appliance has damaged insulation or if someone touches a live wire while in contact with a grounded surface. GFCIs quickly shut off the circuit when a ground fault is detected, preventing electrical shock. The combination of dedicated small appliance circuits and GFCI protection makes kitchens safer by reducing the risk of both fire and electrical shock. Now, let's talk about manufacturer responsibilities. Manufacturers of mobile homes have a responsibility to comply with the NEC to ensure the safety of their products. This includes designing and installing electrical systems that meet the code requirements. They must also provide documentation and instructions to ensure that the electrical systems are properly maintained and used. The NEC provides detailed specifications for various aspects of electrical systems, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and bonding. Manufacturers must adhere to these specifications to ensure that their products are safe and compliant. Compliance with the NEC is not only a legal requirement but also an ethical one. Manufacturers have a duty to protect the safety of the people who will be living in the mobile homes they produce. Failure to comply with the NEC can result in safety hazards, potential liability, and damage to their reputation. Regulatory agencies, such as the Georgia Safety Fire Commissioner's Office, enforce the NEC and can take action against manufacturers who violate the code. This can include fines, product recalls, and other penalties. The NEC is updated every 3 years to incorporate new technologies and address emerging safety concerns. Manufacturers must stay up to date with the latest version of the code and ensure that their products comply with the most current requirements. Now let's talk about how to report violations. Reporting NEC violations is an important step in ensuring electrical safety. If you observe violations in a mobile home or any other building, you should report them to the appropriate regulatory agency. In Georgia, the agency responsible for enforcing the NEC is the Georgia Safety Fire Commissioner's Office. You can contact the Georgia Safety Fire Commissioner's Office by visiting their website or calling them. When reporting violations, it's important to provide as much detail as possible. This includes the location of the violation, the description of the problem, and any other relevant information. Photos or videos can also be helpful in documenting the violation. The regulatory agency will investigate the violation and take appropriate action. This may include issuing a notice of violation requiring the responsible party to correct the problem or taking other enforcement actions. Reporting violations helps protect the safety of others and ensures that electrical systems are installed and maintained in accordance with the NEC. In summary, the NEC applies to mobile homes, and manufacturers are responsible for complying with the code. Violations such as the lack of F-size and inadequate kitchen circuit should be reported to the Georgia Safety Fire Commissioner's Office. By understanding the requirements of the NEC and reporting violations, we can help ensure electrical safety in mobile homes and other buildings. The NEC addresses electrical safety requirements for mobile homes in Article 550.1. This article outlines the scope, covering the electrical systems and equipment installed in mobile homes and those used to connect mobile homes to a power supply. 550.2 defines essential terms related to mobile homes, such as appliance, branch circuit, and mobile home service equipment. This section clarifies the terminology used throughout Article 550 to ensure consistent interpretation. 550.11 addresses the mobile home service equipment. This section specifies the requirements for the service equipment that supplies power to the mobile home, including the location and rating of the disconnect means. 550.12 outlines feeder requirements. This section details the feeder conductors that run from the service equipment to the distribution panel within the mobile home, including conductor size and overcurrent protection. 550.13 discusses branch circuits required in mobile homes, detailing the number and type of branch circuits needed to supply lighting, appliances, and other electrical loads. It includes requirements for general-purpose circuits, small appliance circuits, and individual appliance circuits. 550.14 covers the installation methods for wiring in mobile homes. This section specifies how wiring should be installed, including requirements for cable type, support, and protection. 550.15 addresses grounding. This section details the grounding requirements for mobile homes, ensuring that the electrical system is properly grounded to protect against electrical shock and fire hazards. It includes requirements for grounding electrodes, grounding conductors, and bonding. 550.16 discusses bonding of metal parts. This section specifies the bonding requirements for metal parts in mobile homes, ensuring that all metal parts are electrically connected to provide a path for fault current. 550.17 covers wiring methods. This section outlines the acceptable wiring methods for use in mobile homes, including conduit, cable, and other wiring systems. 550.18 addresses appliance accessibility and grouping. This section specifies the requirements for the accessibility and grouping of appliances in mobile homes, ensuring that appliances are easily accessible for maintenance and repair and that they are grouped in a safe and practical manner. 550.19 discusses the calculation of branch circuit and feeder sizes. This section provides guidance on how to calculate the size of branch circuits and feeders in mobile homes, ensuring that they are adequately sized to handle the electrical loads. 550.31 details the location of disconnecting means and branch circuit protective equipment. This section specifies the location of the main disconnect and branch circuit breakers, ensuring that they are easily accessible and properly protected. 550.32 covers the suitable wiring methods. This section outlines the wiring methods suitable for use in mobile homes, providing guidance on the selection of appropriate wiring systems. 550.33 specifies the required electrical fixtures and appliances. This section details the types of electrical fixtures and appliances that must be installed in mobile homes, ensuring that they meet safety standards and are appropriate for the intended use. 550.34 discusses the switches and receptacles that are allowed. This section specifies the types of switches and receptacles that are permitted in mobile homes, ensuring that they are safe and suitable for the intended use. 550.35 covers the exterior outlets. This section details the requirements for exterior outlets on mobile homes, ensuring that they are weatherproof and properly protected. 550.36 addresses the voltage. This section specifies the voltage requirements for electrical systems in mobile homes, ensuring that they are compatible with the local power supply. 550.41 covers general requirements for recreational vehicles. This section outlines the general requirements for electrical systems in recreational vehicles, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, and grounding. It applies to recreational vehicles used as temporary or recreational dwellings. 550.42 discusses low-voltage systems. This section details the requirements for low-voltage electrical systems in recreational vehicles, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, and grounding. It covers systems operating at less than 50 volts. 550.43 specifies the wiring methods for low-voltage circuits. This section outlines the acceptable wiring methods for low-voltage circuits in recreational vehicles, including cable type, support, and protection. 550.44 addresses the grounding of low-voltage systems. This section details the grounding requirements for low-voltage electrical systems in recreational vehicles, ensuring that the systems are properly grounded to protect against electrical shock and fire hazards. 550.45 covers the battery installation requirements. This section specifies the requirements for the installation of batteries in recreational vehicles, including ventilation, protection, and securing. 550.46 discusses the receptacle outlets that are required. This section details the receptacle outlet requirements for recreational vehicles, ensuring that there are an adequate number of outlets for the intended use. 550.47 specifies the switches. This section details the requirements for switches in recreational vehicles, including location, type, and rating. 550.48 addresses the lighting fixtures. This section specifies the requirements for lighting fixtures in recreational vehicles, ensuring that they are safe and suitable for the intended use. 550.49 covers the appliance installation. This section details the appliance installation requirements for recreational vehicles, ensuring that appliances are properly installed and connected to the electrical system. 550.51 discusses the generator installations. This section specifies the requirements for generator installations in recreational vehicles, including ventilation, exhaust, and fuel systems. 550.52 addresses the inverter installations. This section details the requirements for inverter installations in recreational vehicles, ensuring that inverters are properly installed and connected to the electrical system. 550.53 covers the power sources. This section outlines the power sources that are permitted for use in recreational vehicles, including shore power, generators, and batteries. 550.54 specifies the cord connections. This section details the requirements for cord connections in recreational vehicles, ensuring that cords are properly sized and connected to the electrical system. 550.55 addresses the overcurrent protection. This section specifies the overcurrent protection requirements for electrical systems in recreational vehicles, ensuring that circuits are protected against overloads and short circuits. 550.56 covers the grounding. This section details the grounding requirements for electrical systems in recreational vehicles, ensuring that the systems are properly grounded to protect against electrical shock and fire hazards. 550.57 discusses the bonding. This section specifies the bonding requirements for electrical systems in recreational vehicles, ensuring that all metal parts are electrically connected to provide a path for fault current. 550.58 addresses the wiring methods. This section outlines the acceptable wiring methods for use in recreational vehicles, including conduit, cable, and other wiring systems. 550.59 covers the appliance and equipment. This section details the requirements for appliances and equipment in recreational vehicles, ensuring that they meet safety standards and are appropriate for the intended use. 550.60 specifies the factory tests. This section outlines the factory tests that must be performed on recreational vehicles to ensure that the electrical systems are safe and compliant with the NEC. These requirements are essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical systems in mobile homes and recreational vehicles, protecting occupants from electrical shock and fire hazards. It's crucial for manufacturers, installers, and inspectors to adhere to these guidelines to maintain a safe living environment.